Hundreds of shops and houses have been brought to the ground just barely 2 weeks after an eviction notice was issued to residents of Mpape, a slum within the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Many are left with the debris of what used to be a shop or house they once owned, and now life might be starting all afresh for them. Chijioke Okafor reports.
Residents of Mpape community are once again faced with the realities of living in satellite towns in Abuja. The ugly scourge of demolitions by the Federal Capital Development Authority, FCDA. Shops, stores, and even houses were flattened by the large tires and sharp teeth of bulldozers, while the owners stood by, watching helplessly.
So this morning they land up with many caterpillar security, but we are not against the demolition. What we are against that the government is supposed to know that all of us, we are a good citizen of this country, and they're supposed to at least give us a notice, at least 6 months notice, so that we know how to do. So we are a good citizen of this country, and if you can look, last year we are talking about coronavirus. We go lockdown. Since I mean getting to about 6 months, and so from lockdown we come out again. What they are telling us is that we should park. Where they're supposed to give us, they're supposed to show us a place that we can park and go and start our business, because we are paying tax. We are contributing for this country. We are a good citizen of this. We need the peace of this country. We need good for this country. But now they do not tell us anything. What they want us to do, that to pack our goods, which means they mean us that there's nothing we can do.
Some of them were emotional as they narrated how the heavy presence of security operatives stopped them from going into the shops and houses to take the little belongings they could gather, while some watched on as all they had were destroyed.
We voted for Buhari because we love him. My children and I voted for him during the elections. A lot of people have lost their lives. There is hunger, there is poverty, our husbands have no money. Our children have gone to school, but they don't have jobs. I'm begging President Muhammadu Buhari to have mercy on us. We don't want to die in vain in Mpape. Many have died from the shock of this. It's the raining season. Where do we go to? Our hometowns are not safe. The townships are not safe. Where do we go? What do we do?
People, Nigeria people.
We are tired of this thing. We're crying. No food. Our children are suffering. Look at how they destroyed where we get our daily bread. They chased us away with guns. Everything is bad in Mpape. I'm begging the President, Buhari. We know you have sympathy for the poor. I'm begging the President, Buhari. We know you have sympathy for the poor masses. I'm begging you, please help us.
The residents are calling on the government to provide another means of settlement for them to carry on with their lives, or at the very least, pick up the pieces from where the wrath of the heavy machineries stopped. The nightmare that most of these Mpape residents have dreaded for many years is finally happening. Only that this time around, it is not a dream, but reality unraveling before their very own eyes. Now one will be compelled to wonder, what will become of some of these people whose houses and shops have been demolished? And what would life mean for them with no shelter or any source of livelihood? Chijioke Okafor, Trust TV News, Abuja.